everyone, it's Cinnamon Roll here and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to give a tutorial on how I make these cute sparkly shoujo backgrounds for my art. No one really asked for this, but I thought it would just be fun to share in case you're looking for background ideas or would just like to learn. One quick disclaimer though, I am not a professional artist by any means, I'm simply just doing this for fun. Now with that disclaimer out of the way, let's move on to the video. Growing up, I've watched a lot of romance shoujo animes, and one of the things that I've always loved about them were the sparkly backgrounds when the cute and romantic moments would happen. After lots of trial and error, I feel that I have finally cracked the code into making these beautiful backgrounds. So one of the first things I recommend is to make a custom brush. There is a second method that you can do to get by without making one, but honestly, it's a little tedious that I think making a brush is a lot more convenient. If you would like to skip this portion of the video, I will include a timestamp right here so that you can go right ahead to the tutorial. To make the shoujo bubble brush, you're going to create a new canvas that's square. In this video, I'm going to use a canvas that's 2000 pixels by 2000, but 1000 by 1000 works just fine as well. Step 1, we're going to make the background black. Go to the lasso tools menu and using the ellipses tool, make a circle that's large enough to fit the canvas. Go to the airbrush section in your brushes and pick the medium brush. Then, using the brush, create a white border that's not too thick and not too thin. You want it to be just about the right amount depending on how opaque you want your bubble to be. Now go to the adjustments and pick Gaussian blur. Using this tool, adjust how blurry you want your circle to be. You want it to be soft, yet still opaque enough to hold its shape. Once you're happy with it, go ahead and save the image. As you can see, I made a new canvas just so that we can test out the brush once we finish making it. So now we're going to go to the spray paint section in the brush library, scroll down, look for the drip brush, and then duplicate it. Now we're going to go into the brush settings for that duplicate drip brush. First, go to Shape, click on the Edit button next to the shape source at the top, then import the bubble image that you just made. And there you have it! You just made a shoujo bubble stamp brush for yourself. If you're using another program besides Procreate and you're not able to make a brush, you can also make the bubbles this way. Using the ellipses tool on your canvas, go ahead and make a circle. Using the medium airbrush tool or a thicker airbrush, make a white outline that's the right amount for you. Choose your Gaussian blur tool for the layer and then blur out the outline within the ellipses until you're satisfied. To apply the bubbles, just duplicate each bubble layer. You can place it and resize it to your liking. Now that we have all the prep work done, we can finally get started. Open your canvas to whatever size you want and pick your main background color. For this video, I'm going to go with a seafoam green. Using the medium brush from the airbrush set, I'm going to put random splotches of color on a new layer. You can do whatever colors you want, but just make sure you choose your colors carefully. You don't want them to become muddy once we blend them together. Now that we have your colors all together, on that same layer, use the Gaussian blur tool and adjust how blended you like them to be. Now that you have your base, this is where we start adding our bubbles. Make a new layer and place them wherever you'd like. I personally like to start around the edges first. Make sure to vary the sizes of your bubbles as well and don't be afraid to add clusters of them. The variety will make your background more interesting and pretty to look at. Once you're finished and happy with how everything looks, change the layer mode to add and toggle with the opacity until you're satisfied. Now we can go on to adding sparkles. For this, you want two kinds. You want a brush that has a singular speck of glitter, and then you want another brush that has a glittery, sparkly pattern. I have linked below the specific brush pack that I'm going to be using for this step, so please check out the description box. Using the pattern brush, place your sparkles strategically wherever you'd like onto a new layer. Change the layer mode to add and adjust the opacity. Now make another layer. With the singular glitter brush, choose specific spots to add the glitters. I like to only put a few so that it doesn't overwhelm the background. I usually put them along the edges of some of my shoujo bubbles. Once you're done, change the layer mode to add again and play with the opacity. Congratulations! You just made a shoujo background! There's definitely other ways that you can jazz it up besides just bubbles and glitter. I've seen some magical girl backgrounds such as Sailor Moon, where they add lace and other adornments. Anyways, that's the end of this video, and I hope you guys had lots of fun. If you like my content, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow my Instagram, as that is currently my most active social media account. Thanks for watching! Bye bye!